Everybody's favorite drenched rat, good guy. Every man's drenched rat. Tie, Superman. Got it. Hey, been a minute. Just got out of the shower. Sorry. Not sorry. Not sorry I shower. Who would be sorry for that? Don't answer that question. Got a request. I received an email not too long ago. Actually, it was this week. Sorry I haven't been around, first of all. Oh, man, I'm being rude. Pinky's up. I'm getting my angles all wrong today. Yes, I am. Yeah. Pinky's up, winkies, and clinkies. Good to see you all. Wet hair in your face. Awesome. Earl Grey tea. Hot. Earl Grey tea with some Coffee Mate powdered whitener. I'm cold today. I feel really cold on the inside. Just trying to warm up. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's get to it. Got a request, and y'all know I'll do them. I've said it a few times before. Kind of snuck up behind me because I didn't see it. I've been out working, just going with my hair on fire, 120 miles per hour. Okay, so sorry, I've been out for 2 weeks now. I try to do one at least once a week, but I always told you, again, life gets busy. So I'm sorry to this person. Wanted to remain anonymous too because they sent me a donation on PayPal. I appreciate that. You don't have to do that. You can send requests. You can send me a message, and I'll do it for free. But I appreciate the support, though. I really do. That's awesome. And I know this person personally, but again, they wanted to remain anonymous for whatever reason, which sucks because they're such an awesome person, and I know they watch. So here's looking at you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. As I said before, and they know, I don't do this for money. I just do it because I enjoy doing it, and I like to hang out with everybody. So let's get to it. There's no other reason to do it than to do it, right? So the message says, they told me to read it out loud, just don't divulge who they are. Okay. No, that's I respect that. That's no problem. Shout out to you, by the way. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Excuse me. The message says, thank you for having the guts to speak your mind on different things. I admire your honesty, first off. Thank you. You're one hell of a guy. I don't know about that, but no, thank you. I appreciate that. I seriously can't put it down. I'm sorry. The question is, would you mind further sharing your opinion on people being assholes lately? I think you're on to something. I can do that. Then it says, keep it going. I love watching your videos. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. And actually, you're one hell of a person, too. I know you well. And I love you dearly. I really do. Right to death. You're a good person. You are definitely a good person. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It's hard for me to bust wide open on this because I'm keeping full well in mind in the front of my head a lot of private conversations I have with a really, really dear friend of mine who will also remain nameless for now because out of respect, for sure. And plus, it's private conversations, and it happens quite frequently. It's nice to share your opinion on these subjects because, we're all we got. I'm doing this on the fly, so forgive me. But like-minded individuals, it's always nice to have a great conversation with people like that, especially people like, for example, one of my mentors, somebody that keeps me on the straight and narrow, very humbly, and no, it's great because you have the chance to sit down and have a chit chat about everything. Like, there's no limits, there's no filters. I wish, it'd be the same way on here, but that'd be a heat-seeking missile I don't need. So, and we all don't need on this very channel because, there'd be a lot of targets on our foreheads. The shift in people. That's a great question. I thank you for it. Yeah. Whew. I don't know where to start, to be honest. So I'll just do it on the fly. How about that? Sorry I didn't get to your message till now, by the way. I just saw you the other day, too. That's funny. Um, mm, I've noticed, this is just my own personal opinion, I've noticed that the narrative of this whole vaccination thing, I don't want to get into it. I can't get into it too far because, again, I want to respect privacy, but and plus it's private information I'll keep to myself. When it comes down to the vaccinated, um, I affectionately call people COVIDians. I love that word. It's segregation because these, okay, it's hard to put a feeling into words, but you all know I'll try. When it comes down to it, I've noticed a switch in behavior. And I've always said the universe is pointed towards the nasties now. There's been a flip. Like the people that were once, for example, a small example out of a wide range, people that have been really sweet to you in the past and you're really close to, you notice a little twinge. You notice that they have anger or it's stress or unneeded stress, like out from nowhere. They become more harsh with you. They become more belligerent. Belligerence is a great word to use. I've noticed that. Do I know why? I'm still diving into that. Myself personally, I think it's just a hyped up version of a self sense of entitlement, lack of a better term, where they feel like they're owed something because they did something great for society. And it's hard for me to say stuff like this and not offend somebody, but you know what? You asked the question, so. And I am an honest person. I've noticed that the twinge is, and everybody seems to have, you're right, like everybody seems to have that sort of twinge. I keep using the word twinge. You know what I mean? The intangible. Like it's something that you can feasibly see with your own eyes, that you can feel coming from them. Usually they're a really sweet person, again, just a small example, but now they're all hyped up and now they're all like, skittish and they're canceling plans, for example, or, you work with these people and all of a sudden you see a difference in them. I believe that's what the question was. Yeah, explanation from my side of the fence. It's the way things are, and I don't want to sound generic when I say this because I don't believe in cliche bullshit, but the way, because COVID's a thing, it's scared a lot of people. It's changed a lot of people's mentality, and their focus, because now everybody believes in that, media narrative of that's all they see because media seems to think they're right. Well, let me tell you something. The media is paid off and they're trying to brainwash you. That's just my opinion. So naturally to follow that, you're taking in this information, which isn't the right way to do it. And you're turning into something that you normally aren't. See, now, that kind of touches base on it a little bit. See, because I can't go further into it, because again, I will piss people off. Not that I'm scared of that, it's just, I just don't need the big discussions and big, that talk, right, with people. It's like, how come you're not vaxxed, Ty? I don't need that right now. I get that enough, trust me. I've noticed that a lot of individuals now have this selfish mindset about themselves, especially those, and that's why I use the small example of, and their focus is so linear, but see, it's, again, hard to describe. The attitude towards this whole thing now, it's attitude. It's just like, oh, you got to keep yourself safe. I hope you're safe. I hope you're safe. It's almost disingenuous. There's my $3 word for the day. It's almost forced, pretentious. Maybe that's a better word to use, pretentious. It's just a lot of pretension, hanging in the air. Because of COVID, because of And not to mention other flus that are about to happen. I'm calling it now. Bookmarking that one. People are assholes. They've turned into... No, I'm not saying all people, but I have noticed, and it seems to be a wide range, and it's not just one individual, it's a bunch, you know. To the point where they question me, you know, and they never have before. If you can't trust me by now. But it's a shift. Hopefully this further helps. I believe in shifts. You can feel certain things and certain changes in the atmosphere. Not the atmosphere, but I mean like your environment, your surroundings. I should have said that. Where things shift over, and only you would notice a difference because you're the one that's there observing, hopefully, intelligently, hopefully, and you just see things fall apart right in front of your face. You're the only person. You have the logical explanation as to why that's happening because, you know, obviously you're the one that's observing. You know, and hopefully you have enough intelligence for yourself to differentiate, you know. I'm not trying to equate anything, but differentiate you versus them, you know. And I know that sounds convenient because I'm a very versus them, you know, rebellious dude, I guess. But you notice subtle, like it could be just a small subtle hint, like something's weird about somebody else or other people, you know, depends on if you're with one person or a group. I'm really glad you asked this. That's a good question. Well, actually, it's more of a statement. My opinion. Jeez. See, that's hard to pick just one starting point, right? Because it's so multifaceted. It's so layered, you know. Because I've observed that. That's how I can say that. I'm nobody special. Trust me. I'm pretty perceptive, though. I'll give myself that much. Little pat in the back. That's right. It keeps me out of trouble. I can't viably sit back and give you... Oh, I want to give you the whole answer, too. It's right there. You know, that really bothers me. You know, because you don't want to offend anybody. And I wish I could just divulge... you know, provide you with links and all this other stuff, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah. I don't know how to honestly explain that. It's more of a feeling. It pisses me off. It really does, because a lot of these great people that you know, and I know where you're coming from, that you see this change in, and it angers you to look at that because, you know, you just want to walk up and shake them, you know, just shake them awake. Awake's a great word to use. Shake them awake and say, you're better than that, you know, or they say something just offshoot, and then it really, you know, it irks you and you can't stop thinking about that one line they said. I relate. You just want to walk up and slap them right in the face saying, man, that ain't like you, you know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm even qualified to answer that for you. But definitely share my opinion on it. No, thank you very much. I appreciate that. You know, I respect you back, right? I really care about you. True story. I'm still having trouble myself, to be honest, you know, when it comes down to change in behavior and attitudes, and, you know, and I'm not perfect either, because, you know, I can be cranky and grumpy just like the rest of them, but I don't have that same reason, you know, the reason. You know what I mean? I always try to stay focused no matter what through this whole entire ordeal. It's been about 2 years now. This leopard don't change spots. You know what I mean? I try to make it a point to focus on not losing sight of what my mission is. You know, mission's probably a horrible word to use, but you know what I mean. What my narrative is through all this. It's tough for me. I can't imagine what it would be like for yourself or for other people. But I promise you that I'll try not to twinge, on the other side to be towards the nasties. Belligerence to me is, it's a wasted emotion. It's a waste of time. Negativity is just not, it's not part of the structure to do the right thing, if you know what I mean. And I'm sure you do, because you have that opinion, right, of looking beyond the tip of your own nose, and you're seeing this in front of your face happen all the time, where people just turn into assholes, and they're the least likely suspects that you would think. It breaks your heart. It's very, and I'll talk about this. I've had great conversations about emotions and about people that you genuinely trust and care about, and that you think are family, that you feel close to them. I've seen some of these individuals that I deal with personally. I didn't mean to say deal with, but either I work with them or I just know them personally. I've seen it done a million times where they use those one-liners and there's just something off about them. And it really haunts you. It really does. I mean, and I've always said that too, like, you got to watch your actions, because it's influence. You're very influential. You're more influential than you think, especially when it comes down to you and your loved ones. I've always tried to keep that in mind too. And that's how I was affected, because it breaks my heart. It's heartbreaking to see some of the sweetest people you've ever met on this planet, and all of a sudden turn and switch. And it could be one line, it could be a frame of mind all night, it could be anything, and you notice a difference. And it bothers me personally. It bothers me. I can only speak for myself. It breaks my heart. And because of this whole COVID thing and this whole vaccination thing, and are you vaxxed? Are you? That it further promotes and sells the fact that this is the change in the world now, apparently. That you better be like this, because the way you used to be isn't good enough. That's the way it makes me kind of feel, in a mild sort of tone, on a mild level. But it's heartbreaking when people, for example, like, backhanded compliments, or they make fun of you, or, it's borderline bullying is what it is. And I've also said it's borderline racism too, the COVIDians versus the rest. So what's next? Like, since I'm not vaxxed, what's next? I get my own drinking fountain? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't mean to be disrespectful when I say that. I mean that because it is what it is. I'm less than because I have laurels, morals, and beliefs. And they have the right to tell me that I'm less than, just not in so many words, The backhanded compliments, sometimes the flat-out belligerent, the statements they make, or the comments they make towards me. It's heartbreaking. I don't really know why, but I can tell you I'm getting tired of that whole thing, because people are assholes, I'm an asshole like the rest of them, I'm sure, but I have a brain, I try to make it a point on purpose to be that perceptive, where if I lose sight of anything, that's it for me. I can't afford that. It's like taking 3 steps backwards. I've worked so hard to get where I'm at now, type of thing. And that actually does have deep meaning to me. And I think that's why, I feel that's why I'm straight ahead most of the time. And I could be a goof like the rest of them, and that's the only way I think I might be an asshole, but non-comparative. I can't really equate that to straight up belligerence and negativity. Um, no, and I'm thinking about it right now. It's not even worth thinking about, to be honest. You press on. You go forward in your life. You think positive. And again, I'm just speaking from my own two eyeballs out, right? Like my own perception. I try to stay positive. I try to make people smile. Give them a hug. Tell them I love them. Tell them I care about them. Which is the exact opposite of. Yeah, you're right. That's funny. The exact opposite of what you observe and what you see for yourself. And these days, people are all hyped up, and you can understand. I mean, it's not that I don't understand why. It's just I just don't feel people are doing that right. You know? It's not about being right, it's doing the right thing. Yeah. That's what I solidly believe in. I don't care if I'm right, as long as I'm doing right. You know? Whether it be doing right for myself or doing right by somebody else. And I believe that's the difference. That's the difference maker. I believe in attitude, behavior, The egos, they've also spiked as well. I've noticed that. That goes hand in hand, though, doesn't it? So, man, it's heartbreaking. I've been struggling a lot with that. I'll flat out admit it, right here for all of you. It's heartbreaking. It haunts the back of my head, some things that people say. And I should have a tougher skin, sure, especially the position I'm in right now. But when you genuinely care about somebody and then they say something offshot, like they say something negative, or same case in point, or they're just being negative, it affects you because you actually genuinely care about these individuals. And it hurts. It does. Sometimes physically buckles your knees, man. It really does. Like I'll be sitting there thinking about it, It's gross. It's gross behavior. So I guess, I'm sorry, I'm long-winded, I guess. I don't know. That's why I do these. On a serious note, though, I don't feel qualified because I'm still going through what I go through at the same time, just like you are. I'm not above, like I said, I'm not above observing that and trying to make sense of heads or tails out of it. I'm still struggling with the same thing you are. Like, why are people being assholes? Why would you go that far, right? I honestly don't know. I've tried to look into rabbit holing. I have so many rabbit holes I'm going down right now. I really should focus more on doing some research myself on human behavior and what makes things, I hate to use the word trigger, but what triggers certain things in certain people. Depends on the personality, of course, the characteristics. I've dived into that a little bit, dabbled with it, and still trying to find my own answers, so that's why I feel not so qualified to really get into it. But I hope that helps a little bit. I'm still, like you, I'm still sitting back going, why would you go that far? Why would you say that to, not even just to you, but you can observe them saying something to somebody else, and it just doesn't feel right. Like it's out of their character, they wouldn't normally say that. It's a multitude of different things. I don't know. It boggles my mind too, and it's hard to see, but that's life, right? that's life. No, it's really not. I mean, that shouldn't be happening. You're absolutely 110% right, in my opinion. It shouldn't be happening. We should love each other. We shouldn't be, stabbing at each other, and et cetera, et cetera. We shouldn't be negative towards each other. right now we need each other more than ever. Love is a gift. I've always said love is a gift. It's a gift. See what I'm saying? It is up to us what we choose to do with it, yes, but you just gotta, I'll leave it at this. You really have to take the time to feel yourself out, to see where you're at, before you can have anything else involved on the outside of yourself, in my opinion. Because if your base isn't right, then chances are, right? I don't mean to sound like a Dr. Phil episode. Not a real doctor. It's true, What you treat yourself as, you're gonna exude the same thing. It's energy. It's spirit. Okay, lack of a better term. Fix the home base first. Fix the home base. Do some work. Do some research. Do a little bit of work. You might have the ethic to do that for yourself. You might not have the ethic, but seriously, sometimes even I have to force it upon myself because I'm just not feeling it that day. But it's probably a good idea if I look this up, or if I look into this, or find you're happy somehow. But stay educated. Education is key. It's necessary. Believe me when I say that. No, it is, and I keep saying it's heartbreaking. And I'm sorry that you've observed that too, because we've talked, obviously, off camera, We've had a good conversation about that. It's tough. Hang in there. You can do it. I know you well. You're a very tough individual. You're tougher than I am, for sure. You just gotta wear those shades, man. You gotta just don't put any blinders on. You gotta stay aware of your surroundings. That's my best advice. And I gotta practice what I preach too, and I do, and I try to make it a point. Because I feel for the most part, that's what we all need, is just to be aware of our surroundings. Be aware of how you treat other people at the same time. Because again, the home base has to be right. And it's almost like the pay it forward theory. And I think about that too in the back of my head, especially when I'm saying stuff like this, whether it be here or in a conversation. It's like the pay it forward theory. If you treat somebody the very best you can, and it's, obviously it's genuine, and you care about them, it might lead to them looking at somebody else, caring about them, and so on and so on. So, that's all we can hope that would happen, I guess. Just keep grinding away, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Because, there's no other choice at the same time. There's different theories on that as well, in my opinion, because I look at that stuff too. Look it up all the time. It's tough. It's hard. Hang in there. I'll do the same, I promise. I'm trying to hang in there. Thank you for your message, though. I really appreciate that. Thank you for you. How about that? No, I appreciate it. Especially, the donation and that stuff. Y'all know how I feel about that by now. But I really appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad you all like what I have to say for the most part. There are a few that, you have your own opinion too, and I respect that, and I respect listening to your opinion as well. A lot of you don't go on camera. You don't do this. But you have a lot of really cool things to say. I'm just trying to share my opinion, But if anybody else ever, like I've always said it, if you want me to talk about something, if you have a request or whatever, just, send me a message. or if you don't know how, then I can give you my contact. It's fine. Um, yeah, geez, that's deep, eh? It's right deep. But no, you keep focused on your goal. Little goals, one step at a time. By the way, baby steps. Because the more kerfuffled you are, you won't. It's just going to be more of a challenge in front of your own face to get to what you want to accomplish. Don't get too crazy. Um, Little goals, man. It's the little goals, one step at a time. Helps with clarity of mind at the same time too, so you can focus on just focus on your shit and then just get it done and go from there. It's interesting. It's a very interesting dynamic these days now because the focus has changed. The world has changed. Um, let's just hope if you're a good person, you haven't changed. And if you are changing, hopefully you're working on yourself for the better because that's what this world needs. It needs to snap back with positivity. So as far as the belligerence and negativity goes in your immediate environment, I'm not you. I'm not the fly on the wall. I just hope that everything turns out, and I wish for you that it doesn't throw you off too much or break your heart or, shake your confidence, because that's the last thing we need right now, right? But I wish nothing but the best for you. But yeah, if anybody else would like me to talk about a certain subject within reason, I'm more than happy to do that. You don't have to send donations or nothing like that. I'll jump on. I don't know in the next time I can sit down and do this. Hopefully within the next week. I know I keep saying that and then I get busy. Life happens, man. I'm doing well though. Everything's going fine here. I've gotten a couple messages asking how I'm doing, and we miss you. Where's it? I know. I know. Okay. Thank you. Oh God, thank you. I can't thank you enough for that. And see, that's why I can't thank you enough, because you keep telling me off. Where are you, man? Working, life, just trying to get some stuff done. Thank you very much. That means a lot to me. More than you all know. And if anybody else was on camera, I'm sure they'd be saying the same thing. At least I would hope so, because I wish that for all of you out there. The positivity and the support, and it feels amazing from all of you. I'd say from all of us, it's super cool. This is the part that's heartwarming for me, because it's meaningful, and you can't forget about the small detail when it comes down to positivity and things being meaningful, especially now. So I just like to say it out loud because I'm not scared to do it, right? God bless you all. I hope you're all well. Maybe we'll go live. Maybe we will. I enjoy that too. Thank you again to this anonymous person that likes to watch, and I know they do. And thank you. Feel free to jump in the lives, by the way, anytime. Wink, wink. I'm just saying, when we go live, we hang out and we usually have a pretty good time. We just shoot the shit. We just hang out. Be well out there. Take care of yourselves, and take a minute for yourselves, because that's very crucial. Just take a minute. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And focus on what matters and what's meaningful and what's important to you. It'll help. It'll help. As far as people being complete jack-offs are concerned, I still wish them well too. I forgive, but I don't forget. Stick that in a pipe and smoke it. Forgive but not forget. It's tough. It's hard. I wish everybody nothing but the best, though. You know, I love you all. I love you too. The one that sent me the message, thank you. Lastly, we're all in this together. We're all in this together. Let's just make it a fun time. Make it a good time. Let's make it positive. You know what I mean? Enough with this nasty bullshit. Enough with this negativity. We're all sick of it. You know? And hopefully the negativity that's happening doesn't bleed over into your lives. You know? And change you as a person. Don't let it. Don't let it. You gotta stand up a little bit. Gotta put your foot down. Believe me, I'm doing the same. I'm sticking to my guns. I believe in what I believe in for a reason. For many, many good reasons. And for that too, because you guys put the S on my chest. I have many good reasons to be thankful. And I am. And I'm not scared. Not afraid. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you again. And remember, if you're working too hard, which I'm about to go do here in about 3 hours' time, you're doing it wrong. Everybody's favorite good guy. Thank you for that. Tie-tie. Superman. God bless. I'll see you soon. I'll leave it at that, okay? Cool video. Cool vlog. Again, anybody else has any requests or anything, let me know. And if you don't know how to get a hold of me, just leave a comment below or whatever. If you have anything, let me know. And I'll get back to you, okay? Love you all. Be well. Thank you so much. Keep doing what you're doing. You're incredible. Remember that. Okay? Bye.